Alright, so we have a pretty exciting video to show you today, because we are comparing 5 carat modern cushions. And I definitely have two favorites out of the 5. But before I tell you which ones those are, I want you to choose with an unbiased opinion. Alright, so ranging from left to right is a 5 carat HVS2, and the center is a 5 carat HVVS2. On the right is a 5 carat HVVS2. The new one is a 5 carat HVS1. And the last one is a 5.8 carat HVVS1. And right now we're viewing this under fluorescent lighting, which you'll see most commonly in offices. And in this lighting, you're really going to see the white light return. And you'll notice each one has a different feel to it in terms of the faceting and overall look. So, if you're thinking that number 2, the one in the middle, is one of your favorites, then we are on the same page. And I'm torn between the last two, but for sheer size, I would probably pick the 5.8 HVVS1. So, right now it's between number 2, 3, number 4, and number 5. Alright, now we're going to switch over to LED lighting. So now we're really going to see the fire in each diamond under this lighting. Number 1 is doing a little bit better under this lighting. And number 4 is doing very well under this lighting. And now we're going to move on to strong spotlighting. Okay, so now you're going to get a mix of white light return and fire. And just to recap, the one on the left is a 5 carat HVS2. The one in the middle is a 5 carat HVVS2. The one on the right is another 5 carat HVVS2. The new one is a 5 carat 5 carat HVS1. And then lastly, the 5.8 HVVS1. And at this point, I am really leaning towards the center 5 carat HVVS2. But As you'll see in all of them, you don't really have any of the crushed ice effect. The third one, which is the 5 carat HVVS2, another one, is more of the vintage look, but not really a well-cut vintage. And another thing to note, on the last two, the tables are very large, and that's really personal preference, if you prefer the larger or smaller tables. Alright. Lastly, we're going to be comparing each one individually near the window, so we have some natural daylight. And it is overcast here in New York right now, so we're going to see how they perform on a cloudy day. Alright.
So pretty, right?
Okay. First we have the 5 carat HVS2.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god, this is...
That is certainly not a bad performing modern cushion. You have brightness in the center and on the edges. You might notice in the four corners underneath the table it has a little bit of a few dead spots.
Bank wire, so basically the bank wire is cash or check, and the credit card is credit.
Really nothing major though.
It's a 3% discount. So the bank wire price on the 120 is 60.
And with this one you have
and the credit card is 66.
smaller, sharper facets,
And then the bank wire on the 130 is 80.
which is why it was performing better under the LED lighting.
So this would be your total with the bank wire price and tax.
How are you? What do you want me to wear for you, Jen? You know what? You're the smartest.
Okay, this was the second one in, which was a 5 carat HVVS2.
Karen, round it up to 8.
And with this one you really have edge to edge brightness.
Don't spread the word about us.
Slightly thicker facets, which I personally do prefer. And I also really like the overall shape. It has nice soft corners. And I believe it's truly the embodiment of a spectacular modern cushion.
Where do you live? Oh, okay. All right. Give them a...
And remember, this is viewing them under natural, overcast daylight.
The biggest difference between the two is probably the even spread, the brilliance, and the 1.6. You know, I know sometimes the range can get overwhelmed.
So this was the third one in, another HVVS2. And I really don't want to down talk this one too much. But it just doesn't really have a chance, or a fair chance I should say, comparing these to the others.
There's no right or wrong answer, so I don't want you to feel pressured.
But not going to spend too much time on this one. So this is the fourth, which is the 5 carat HVS one. And the first thing I noticed in this lighting is that this one has probably the largest facets out of the 5, accompanied by a larger table. Slightly rectangular. But definitely a strong contender.
I can see it with type like a chance is best. Like if you're looking for something type of a chance. Otherwise, you know, when you sign up, well, no, when you do sign up, it's
I do like this one.
so it'll show you hopefully closest, but I have better luck with this
So this is the last 5.8
So,
HVVS one.
the finger size, I have it written down, is like 7
Yeah. You know what, there's an issue where we send pairs.
Absolutely, we can always size it. Yeah. But you think that's pretty close? Okay.
And I think I've narrowed it down to my top 2 favorites.
I know, so we've been trying to like just let people know
Yeah,
good
that's
customers.
actually here. I'm like, it's better to go bigger.
I'll call you.
So,
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
keep you here, I'll put in all your info.
Which is this one
Good to see you.
and the second one, which was the 5 carat HVVS 2. So in the next clip, we're going to be comparing the 2nd and the 5th. Okay?
I can't. It's so hot here, Gene. It's so happening.
So we have the 2nd one and the 5th one.
Have you been back to the doctor? Okay. If I place the order today, I can have it for 28 if you believe.
And
You can probably get it.
when I'm comparing these two side by side,
Okay. And then you either have to put down the 27 or the 28.
I have to say the 5 carat HVVS 2 is going to be the winner. Even over the size difference, I would pick the 5 carat solely on the cut.
And then the big flyer, so say I flyer it and you leave it today or tomorrow. Usually takes about 12 to 24 hours.
Okay, I look very forward to your thoughts and feedback.